The Lord is thy shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh I lie down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I Rasta, I go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Unu prepared a table before I, in the presence of our enemy them. Unu anointed I head with unu oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy, I go follow I all the days of I Ivan. May I go dwell in the house of my Lord God Jah. Kadama we groma beate la e exag beer tanaista lina bashante shante shante shante. How mauso bolisa adano wato e was simple a fo. Ah watanyu moe atanyu moe atanyu moe o you wala dong o you wala dong o you wala dong. The blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the heathen, nor sitteth in the seat that is scornful, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in this law does he hide it sunrise and sundown. Him I go dear like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth fat fruit in the season. Him leap never I go wither, and whatsoever him doeth shall prosper. Yea! The heathen them now, they saw them there like a chaff, which the wind driveth away. Therefore the heathen them never go turn upon judgment of the sin among them in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord God Jah loveth the way of the righteous and the way of the sin among them. Always and always I go perish. Let the people of the Most High God say, Joe Kadamawe Gromawe Ate La E. This is the Black Pot, aka AKUFO-ADDO, where we speak truth to power in my name. Black Rasta. In every traditional African home there is a black pot. And each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes and sizes, colors, aromas, and even flavors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot, where they are subjected to some amount of heating. They produce food. And this food is not even to the benefit of the black pot and the ingredients directly. After all, they do not partake in eating the food. It is us, the eaters. Yet every time the ingredients and the black pot will rise to the occasion to make food that ironically they do not partake in eating. What does this teach us? Selflessness. How many of us believe that, hey, we have it all, let's blow it up today. After all, tomorrow will take care of itself. How many people believe that all lazy people are poor? Better still, that every poor person is lazy. And how many people believe that, listen, tomorrow will take care of itself. Whatever we have today, let us blow it all up. And again, we worked so hard to have all this. Therefore, anybody who did not take part in the process of getting all this must not benefit from this. This is a lesson of selflessness. And this is what the show is all about. Rewiring the mindset of our people. Oh, yes. Now, if the average African mindset is right, every other thing will be righted. That is why we keep saying every now and then, a nation that is not ready for the sacrifice will never be ready to be glorified. You want to hear it again? A nation that is not ready for the sacrifice will never be ready to be glorified. Think about it. If you don't serve, you will never be saved. And if you do not sacrifice, you will never get any glory. That is why, my brother, my sister, we always tell our ancestors, though in the spirit, thank you for everything they have done for us. Remember at independence, Kwame Nkrumah told us, now that you have your independence, it is time to change your attitudes. Now the attitude is all about the mindset. How many of us still believe that there is some holy water and holy oil somewhere that can replace hard work? We don't have to work hard. All we need is this anointing water or anointing oil. Some people do not even believe that they have to go to school. After all, when the glory of God comes upon you, those who go to school will still come to your feet. My brother, my sister, that is the mindset we are trying to change. With you and I, we would be able to make this happen. Ghana shall prosper. This is the Blakk Pot, and we are live on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is Blakk Empire Media. Blakk is spelled B-L-A-K-K, as you can see on your screens. I want to say thank you for joining us. Please click on the subscription button and encourage other people to also subscribe to this channel. On this channel, there's no profanity. We don't talk religion. We don't talk sports. We don't talk tribalism. No, I don't even like that word. No racism at all. Remember, click also on the bell. That is the notification bell, so that each time we come on, you'll be the first to be told that we certainly are on Monday to Friday. Good Monday to you. They say thank God it's Friday, thank God it's Monday as well. We are also live on Facebook, and our Facebook channel is Blakk Empire Media. Same way, Blakk is spelled B-L-A-K-K. Please subscribe to our Facebook channel and click on the notification button, so each time we are on, you will see us. Today we have 7 different issues to look at. We want to say thank you so much to Izzet. Izzet simply means in spirit, in truth. And it is a brand new social media app that everybody's talking about. What can you do with Izzet? Now, if your regular social media app is giving you nothing but problems, then it's time to jump ships and come over to Izzet. Now with Izzet, the good thing about it is that you can go live. You can also make audio and video calls. You can connect with family and friends and make memories that are crystal clear and cast in stone. Oh my God. Now with Izzet, there's no negativity. Oh yes, they have powerful algorithms that remove anything that is negative before it even comes out. And I have better news for you on Izzet. Apart from the fact that it's all positive, it is also full of business. Great-minded people, business mongols, and so on and so forth. That's why you need to promote yourself and promote your business on Izzet. Izzet was modeled by Ghanaian engineers in America. In a trial, they put a lot of work into it, and boom, this is what it has come out to be. Izzet is powerful. Are you joining me on Izzet? If yes, it's so easy to. Download the app from Google Play and App Store, and everything is everything. Well, my name is Blakk Rasta, and I want to say thank you so much to Izzet, and thank you so much to you for logging on. Spread the word. Hit it up everywhere that we are on live. Yes, in the service of God and country. This is the Blakk Pot. Today we have 7 different issues to look at. So we have to be running very fast. I must apologize for starting the show a little late. We had power cut. Yes, power cut right here in the studio, and we have to find a way of getting to you live. This is the Blakk Pot. First story. And come here. The first story says cocoa farmers play politics with national legacy. Cocoa farmers play politics with national legacy. What is the national legacy? Is the cocoa. Look, there's nothing you would ever say about Ghana from the beginning. You will never end if you don't mention Ghana cocoa. It's the best cocoa in the world, right? The beans are so sweet. The sweetest cocoa in the world are made from Ghana cocoa. In fact, Ghana is a blessed country. Look, if we had good leaders, patriotic leaders, people from all over the world should be coming to Ghana on a pilgrimage. You know why? Ghana is the only country in the world, my brother, my sister, that has 4 very powerful leaders of Pan-Africanism, the greatest in the world, buried here. W.E.B. Du Bois, Kwame Nkrumah is right here, and much more. Ghana is the gateway to Africa, both spiritually and physically. I'm going to touch on them. I won't go too much into the details. In fact, in the days of slavery, many more people left the coasts of Ghana than any other slave coast. So it is the duty of the whole Africa, especially Ghanaians, to see to it that all the people who left, the gates are opened so they can return. That's why we say the gateway to Africa. Again, we have the sweetest cocoa in the world. We have the shiniest gold in the world. Ghana discovers a mineral almost every 5 years. We have some new discovery. Either it is a repeated mineral resource or a new one. This is such a blessed country. We have never had any terrorist attack in this country. This country is the hub of democracy. Ghana is that wonderful country. The only thing that is the bane of our development is bad leaders, wicked leaders, leaders who were brought to us by Satan. God gave us everything, but Satan gave us bad leaders. Today we are talking about Ghana cocoa, and the headline is that cocoa farmers play politics with national legacy. Now, if we all agree that Ghana cocoa is a national legacy, remember we used to be number one in the export of cocoa. The Ivory Coast came and took over from us. Today we are hearing from the Agric people, and of course the cocoa board director, that we are getting into the Guinness Book of Records with Ghana cocoa again. What is it? That right now, one cocoa tree produces 2,000 pods. It's a miracle. If this comes out to be true, then we have no reason not to be the hub. The hub of cocoa production in the whole world. The Ivory Coast shouldn't even come near us. Again, if this happens to be true, we have no reason to be poor in this country. But over the weekend, I was reading some things, so many newspapers around, and I saw something that the best farmer is saying something to the government in power. What is the best farmer saying? Watch the headline. Your achievements in the cocoa sector are historic. Best farmer to AKUFO-ADDO. Who is this best farmer? Who is the president of Ghana? The best farmer is to be on the farm and deal with the farm. The president is supposed to be at the presidency and deal with the affairs. They are two different people. So if the best farmer says that the cocoa sector has become historic all because of the achievements of Nana AKUFO-ADDO, then I'm excited and I want to know why. After all, we always like positive stories, isn't it? Run the story, my youth. Watch me. It says, Bismarck Fuachi, the 2022 National Best Cocoa Farmer, has expressed respect and gratitude to President Nana Addo Dankwa AKUFO-ADDO for what he calls extraordinary transformation and tremendous achievements in the cocoa business. He praised the administration, in particular, for the recent increase in cocoa prices and the establishment of a pensions program for cocoa farmers. Bismarck Fuachi praised President Nana Addo Dankwa AKUFO-ADDO for driving significant national progress and acknowledging his government's significant contributions to the cocoa industry growth in Ghana. We are deeply impressed by our country's remarkable progress under your leadership. Your government's contributions to the growth of the cocoa sector in Ghana's western north have not gone unnoticed. Cocoa farmers, both regionally and nationally, value your proactive efforts in the cocoa sector. Bismarck Fuachi praised the administration for a significant increase in cocoa prices, adding that the new price has surpassed that of the previous government initiative. I want to say thank you. Let me take the second paragraph and I'm done. But I need you to underline previous government initiatives. Underline that. Politics is coming in, right? Politics is coming in. Oh, the other government did not do as well as you have done. They can never praise the government without referring to the last government. It means that politics is being read in, and I'm going to prove to you very soon. Your administration deserves special recognition for a historic cocoa price increase, which outperforms previous government's efforts. Cocoa producers are deeply appreciative of the significant contribution which improves the industry's stability and sustainability. That's it. Watch me. So you see, I wish this was true. The cocoa sector is the most dampened in Nana Akufo-Addo's government. When Tete Kwashi brought it all the way from Fernando Po, we all were excited about it. Industrially, when we got to know the use of cocoa, we went deep into it. We only practice what is known as a Gojisberg economy. We produce our cocoa to feed the industries of the West. They made sure it happened. But each time, they kept coming to us. For a long time, Ghana was the #1 supplier of cocoa in the world. Then the Ivory Coast came in. BAM took over. But they are still coming to us because they say our cocoa is unique, just like our yams, and much more. So they kept coming over and over. So that means they must surpass us in quantity, but not in quality. That is correct, isn't it? Then all of a sudden, all our cocoa was being taken, smuggled out of this country into countries that have never even seen a cocoa pod, except on TV and in the newspapers. Togo, Burkina Faso, all because the cocoa industry had become so weak and so bad under Nana Akufo-Addo. It was under Nana Akufo-Addo that the EU sent us so much money in euros, millions, to be able to help with our cocoa industry. But we messed up that money, and when the EU returned to update itself, it was realized that a lot of our cocoa farms had been felled, cut down, and used for galamsey, illegal mining. Cocoa farmers sold their cocoa farms out to Chinese to do galamsey on. Number 2, they were using child laborers. Yes, in other words, we had child labor on our cocoa farms, and Al Jazeera was first to report it. EU became crazy about it. China came into this country, stole our cocoa beans, tried to steady our cocoa production. They tried to duplicate it in China, but they were never able to get it 100%. Ghana cocoa is still unique. As to how we are able to do it, only Yahweh, Adonai, El Shaddai, Jaja, Jehovah knows. It's a blessing. Just 2 weeks ago, cocoa farmers in Ghana were smuggling their own cocoa out of this country to be sold in the Ivory Coast, Togo, and also in Burkina Faso to make more money because our cocoa industry here is dead. Why do we say it's dead when people are still producing? The cocoa farmers had lost trust. Prices were so low, and as they were smuggling, all of a sudden, knee-jerk reaction, increase the prices. After farmers had smuggled a lot of cocoa out, amounting to millions of American dollars. My brother, my sister, best farmer, Bismarck Fuachi, says that Nana Akufo-Addo has done unprecedentedly well to be able to keep this. He has his opinion. But may I prove to you? May I tell you something? Bring me the next headline. Watch me. Hey! Watch what is coming up next. It says, cocoa sector is near collapse. Farmers do not have any welfare. And this is the Association of Cocoa Farmers. Hi! The same period. One man, the so-called best farmer, says, Nana Akufo-Addo has done so well because he got an award. Maybe they'll give him an old car, not even a Ghana assembled car, Kantanka. No, car from China. And oh, you are the best farmer. Oh, Nana, you are the best. Oh, you have done well. Cocoa industry is booming. Everything is nice. But the majority of cocoa farmers are saying this. Cocoa sector is near collapse. Farmers do not have any welfare. Hold it there. Watch me, brethren. Hey, listen. Did Fuachi not say that there is now a retirement kind of bonus for them? Why are these people saying there is no welfare at all? Do you know what it means to say welfare? Do you know what it means to say retirement benefits and social insurance, whatever it is? This is what it is, welfare. Shall we go into it? Shall we go into it? Run the story, my youth. It says, the Ghana National Association of Cocoa Farmers, that Bismarck Fuachi is part of, has demanded better welfare for farmers. The association says several cocoa farmers live in abject poverty. The public relations officer for the association, Nana Ya Asantoa, said their welfare has not been prioritized by the government. She lamented that the producer price of cocoa was inadequately priced, I believe, and had worsened their economic welfare. In an interview on Nyankuntong Mensah on Rainbow Radio 87.5 FM, she indicated that farmers played relatively a little role in the determination and setting of local producer prices. She slammed the Ghana Cocoa Board, stating that the government, together with Cocoa Board, is gradually destroying the cocoa sector. She explained that the majority of the cocoa farmers are complaining about their economic welfare. Hallelujah. Nana Ya Santua believes the increase in the cocoa price announced by the president could have been better. According to her, the price should have hit 1,800, so it would be the same or similar to that of the Ivory Coast. And look at the next paragraph. It will break your heart. She revealed that cocoa farmers prefer to sell their cocoa in Ivory Coast because the price is far better than what is given to them here in Ghana. Dash. So you see the politics. Because somebody was awarded, oh, Nana AKUFO-ADDO is the best. That is what is killing us in this country. As long as I can get to eat, yes, see, yes, say, baby, I did different. Says I can for. We don't spoil where we eat. Right? We don't spoil where we eat. My brother, my sister, if where we eat from is nasty, we have to brighten it. If where we eat from is bloody, we have to clean up the blood. If we continue saying, don't spoil where you eat from, it simply means as long as you are able to eat and 1 million people are dying hungry, do not say anything. You are being selfish. That's what happened to Bismarck Fuachi. He got an award from the president. Oh, best farmer. He's happy about it. Oh, congratulations. You are the best. You have made the cocoa sector the best. Yet your colleagues, the whole association, they are running to the Ivory Coast to sell. They are running to Burkina Faso to sell. They are running all the way to Togo to go and sell their cocoa. Come here. How long shall we tell our people to put Ghana first? A lot of us put our stomachs first. We are not ready to see a better nation. Very soon you will die. I will also go. The only thing people will remember us for is the fact that we contributed to their livelihoods. That we played a pivotal role selflessly to see that they will walk through the path better. That's the only way. They won't remember you because you were a rich man who was so foolish and spent all the money on yourself. They won't remember you because you didn't spoil where you were eating alone. The next generation and generations yet to come will continue to remember Kwame Nkrumah and not J.B. Dankwa and not all the other so-called Big Six members. But Kwame Nkrumah, for the reason that he selflessly put Ghana first, to the point that at the time he was overthrown, there was nothing here in Ghana and anywhere in the world that bore his name. Naked he came, and naked he left. Same way Blakk Rasta, naked I came, and naked I shall go. Tupac Amaru Shakur, find me a photograph of his. He granted an interview, which I played on radio last week, and many people were touched. You know what he said? He said, what does it profit a man to hold millions in his pocket and walk by sick and poor people all the way from his home to his next generation and never be able to change the life of even one person? What's the importance of your riches? To hold it so people say you are rich? Or to hold it and just cater for yourself? Some people believe that all the beggars on the street are so lazy. They believe that it's because of their macho prowess. That is why they are able to run away or escape from poverty. But my brother, it is only a privilege. If it was only hard work that made people rich, AKYEA in Ghana should have been the richest. If it was only hard work that made people so rich, go to Makola Market and see how people sweat it out and slug it out night and day, yet they are still on the doldrums of poverty. It's good to work hard. It's good to pray. It's good to put in a little bit of wisdom. But along the way, when you meet people who are dying out and you have the millions, why do you keep it and let them perish? That's the question Tupac Amaru Shakur asked. Tupac died with nothing, yet he made so many millions. He gave it out. He gave it out to so many different people. On the streets, he went out and gave to the poor. He even asked, why should you build a house that has 35 rooms? Yet it's you, your wife, and one child. The other rooms, what are you going to do with that? You could have built at least some 10 rooms somewhere for poor people. This guy, he will go to heaven. And a lot of your pastors and malams will be in hell crying, Ajay, 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 while Satan is sodomizing them. We judge people too much. Because of the dreadlock somebody has, he's a demon. Because of the kind of music somebody does, he's a demon. We judge people by appearance. Our nation is so prejudiced. We are so selfish. When we have it, we are okay. We don't care who has it and who doesn't have it. That is why an association can come out and say we are suffering. Please, we need better conditions. And one man had a prize and he comes out to say that you are the best government. Should we listen to the majority or we should listen to one greedy idiot? It's in your court. Come here! Dash and bring me the next story. To God be the glory. Ghana shall prosper. COP Mensa on selfish journey. Today we're talking about selfishness. This is the second story. COP Mensa on selfish journey. Who is COP Mensa? This greedy guy, he wanted to be the IGP. He lobbied and lobbied and lobbied. He couldn't get it. He realized that he was going to retire. So he started bad-mouthing and bad-minding his colleagues. George AKUFO-ADDO became the IGP by some grace that fell upon him. He has a PhD. COP, George Alex Mensah, has no PhD. But you don't need a PhD to become the IGP. Maybe they looked at all these things and the grace that fell like manna onto the head of this man. And by dint of hard work, they decided to choose Dampari. This man here decided to go out there and bad mind his own colleague and tell the whole nation that we are in trouble because the whole police service doesn't like the IGP. According to him, he was fighting for his party, which is the NPP. That was why he said in a leaked tape that Dan Paris should be removed, or else his party would go into opposition. And this is what politicians want to hear. They want to remain in power forever. So any story you tell them about somebody who is trying to deny them power in perpetuity, they become your best friends, and then they remove this person. This man should be ashamed of himself. There was a committee meeting, and he was part of it. They asked him questions. He talked about Dan Paris being the worst IGP ever. All his over 30 years in the service, Dan Paris has been the worst IGP he has seen. And Dan Paris told him that, me and you have always spoken nicely. If anything at all, you could have told me. But no, because he was caught on tape, he must defend it. But a spokesperson for the party, they call him Richard Ahiangba, has also spoken. What has he said? And I agree with him. Watch this. Leaked tape, COP Mensa, seeking personal ambition, not NPP agenda. I agree with him for the first time. This man speaks rot. This Ahiangba guy. For the first time, he has spoken sense. And I agree with him. Run the story. Run the story, quick. Let's move. Leaked tape, COP seeking his own personal agenda. The communications director of the new patriotic party, Richard Ahiangba, says the embattled retired commissioner of police, George Alex Mensa, is seeking his personal interest and not that of the police service in the plot to remove the Inspector General of Police. That's number one. This is a spokesperson, director of communications of the party in power. According to this policeman, he is a sympathizer of the MPP. And he has been a sympathizer for long. Their communications director says, no, please, you are seeking your own interests. You are your own. What is happening is clearly an individual's ambition to advance his interests. It has nothing to do with the NPP or government. It's a certain COP's ambition to be IGP and appears to be saying things to advance that interest because of Bugri Nabu's proclivity to the president. So that's how the matter should be seen. That's it. It's finished. The whole story is done. The fact that he mentioned NPP, and I am a sympathizer of the NPP, I love the party, I want the party to be in power. Shame on you, Alex. You are ashamed to the Ghana police. You thought that the NPP was going to clamor around you like bees on a hive and say, congratulations, you have done so well. We will try and help you stay. Today you are retired shamefully. Today you are going home with no medals. It shall be imprinted in your life that you are a selfish, envious, shameless George Alex Mensa, COP. If people refuse to join the police, it's because of people like this. Richard Ahiangba has said it clearly. It's a selfish ambition by a COP, a police officer, who is envious because somebody younger than him has risen to a certain point. He felt that it should have been him. He believes that his party is in power. And therefore, with some shenanigans and gymnastics and jingoisms, he would be able to get to the IGP. Thank God that we never had this guy as an IGP. By now, the whole country would have been in flames. To God be the glory. That's him. My name is Blakk Rasta. When we return, we have more. Please send your comments coming in. We are going to be reading your comments in the interim. I'll be back. Hey!
pot. Coco show, man.
This is the Blakk Pot, aka AKUFO-ADDO. Thanks so much for joining us. Next story. Quick. Today we have 7 stories. 2 gone, 5 more to go. Next story. And what does the next story say? It says South Africa rations shower time water. South Africa is one of the most developed countries in Africa. True? South Africa is, in fact, one country that is so dear to my heart. Rich in culture, rich in history. Hey. And it is the most industrialized country in Africa. So when I hear things like this, I break down. South Africa is what? Rationing water? Well, you are going to be shocked. You remember South Africa is already suffering from electricity problems. I was in South Africa the other day, and they started rationing electricity. Said, oh, they are laying down some cables and blah, 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 all over the place. South Africa of all countries. I'm like, what is this? Now it's water. Run the story, my youth. Watch this. From my Joy Online. It says, South Africa advises 2 minutes shower over water shortage. Hey! So if you go to shower now, 2 minutes. You have to wash everything. 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, hey! Run the story. From my Joy Online. And thank God, my Joy Online now has a new interface. In fact, the old one, they've gone back to the old one, which is better. Water suppliers in Johannesburg, South Africa, have asked residents of the city and its suburbs to use less water amid the intensifying water shortage that they warn could result in the collapse of the system. Rand Water and Johannesburg Water on Sunday said that high water consumption by residents is putting a strain on the system and has resulted in significantly low water and reservoir levels. And you see people demonstrating, holding big placards and shouting that we want water. Our taps are not flowing anymore in Johannesburg and beyond. Look at the buildings behind. Very beautiful. Yet they have no water. Water suppliers in Joburg, South Africa. The companies have asked residents to save water by limiting their showers to 2 minutes, only flushing toilets after long calls, and only washing cars on weekends using buckets. Did you see that? The companies have asked residents to save water by what? Limiting their showers to only 2 minutes. Only flushing toilets after long calls. You know what it means? You know what it means to say long call? Nature's call. When they say, I'm attending to nature's call, it means you're going to use the bathroom. So when you go there, make sure that you only flush when you have used it for a long time. That means you are imagining that as you sit on it, you are releasing more and more and more. But if you release a little bit, short time, just go and leave it. Come again and load more before you flush. My God. And only washing cars on weekends using buckets. No more spray. The companies have also asked residents to stop filling swimming pools until water scarcity ends. So no more swimming in the swimming pools. Avoid watering gardens and lawns with clean water and fix your report water leakages. Fix or report water leakages. Johannesburg is currently under the yearly water restrictions, which often last during South Africa's dry season between September and March. In recent weeks, some of the city's residents and institutions such as hospitals have gone without water. Hospitals causing public discontent. Mash it down. You know what is going to happen next? Should I tell you? Should I prophesy to you? They are going to start killing Nigerians, Zimbabweans, Zambians, that they are the cause of the water shortage. They are drinking too much water. They will find a way of killing other Africans. They are so good with that. It's sad. The headquarters of xenophobia, South Africa. And it's a shame. I love South Africa. I love South Africa more than any country in Europe. When I go to South Africa, I don't miss Europe. Not at all. And you know it. They will find a way of killing Zimbabweans. They will find a way of killing Ghanaians, Zambians. As for Nigerians, they will burn them and cut their body into parts as if they were going to use that for Ngongo. It's sad. The average South African, my brother, my sister, especially the same ghetto dwellers who are suffering like any other person, who in the days of apartheid suffered most. My brother, my sister, people like Hector Peterson, shot and killed at the age of 12. People like McDonald Mashinini, who had to run into exile in Guinea. In the days of apartheid, South Africans were running to Nigeria. They were given free housing and free food. They were running to Ghana. They were given free food and free housing. Some were even given free education, free scholarship. Did you hear that? In the days of apartheid, on the 16th of June, 1976, when we had the Soweto uprising and people were shot and killed, some of the top henchmen of that demonstration, they ran to Nigeria. 99% of all the people who ran out of South Africa in the days of apartheid went to Nigeria. Only 1% went to England. And even with that, they were targeted there and they had to run to Nigeria. Nigeria was the safest place for all South Africans. Next was Ghana. 1976. I was 2 years old. Today, Nigerians come to South Africa. They are not looking for free accommodation. They are not looking for free feeding. They are not looking for scholarships. They are looking for food. You burn them and kill them and say they are aliens, they have to go. Are you okay? Are you okay? Or you are the proverbial fowl. Once you finish eating, your beak, that would be form. South Africa. How can Africa grow without us all coming together? Today you are rationing water. Rationing water. The water that you will bath 2 minutes. Don't flush by heart. Flush only after long calls. Don't wash your car till weekend. Jesus have mercy. Today if South Africa breaks down, where is South Africa going to get help from? Is it not the same Africa? Will you now be Africans? Or you say that you are not Africans after all? Oh, Jesus. Dash it. Where your pee, uncle? Mentase. Africans are killing each other. When we were shouting, Asim, Bonanga, and crying when we're seeing how our brethren in South Africa were dying. And we're getting ready to send soldiers there to go and liberate the people. I remember how we went all the way to Ian Smith's Rhodesia to help the black people there survive. Today, we are those they are killing. Oh. They are burning us. Hey, I was in South Africa with my brethren. The taxi driver who picked us, we started to have a conversation with him. He was a stammerer just like me. And he was happy to meet another stammerer. Ghanaian and South African stammerers meeting. But he was a West stammerer. See? So I asked him, you know, this xenophobia and all this, have you been involved in it? Have you hurt anybody? I'm really sorry to tell you that I killed more than 200 people. I looked at him. As for my brethren who was with me, he had collapsed. Then he pulled a letterbox and pulled out a pistol. Odd looking and dangerous. Crack, crack, crack. That started coming out. My brethren tapped me on the shoulder and said, we have arrived. I looked at him and said, shh. He forced us to arrive before the amount the guy charged. We paid him everything and even gave him bonus to go with his gun. And I Uncle kind shooting. Oh, Jesus. This is the Black Pot, aka AKUFO-ADDO, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we shall be reading your messages. Hey! Hey!
Blakk Pot. Coco show, man.
This is the Black Pot, aka AKUFO-ADDO, streaming live on YouTube and also on Facebook. Hopefully tomorrow we'll also be streaming on Is It. To God be the glory. Let's see your messages. Run the messages and make sure more messages come in. Akene Okoli says, Blessed Monday. Timothy Zuri says, Woyo. Stanley Opari says, welcome, my soldier. It's Monday. God bless you. My boss, blessed love and respect. And Mahmoud Demba says, greetings, Blakk. It's another week. Yes. It's another day. Yes. It's another Monday. Yes. Keep up the good work. Yes, we will. Paul Skimo says, greetings, Black Rasta. Benjamin Kwanzaa says, this is the Black Pot. Black Rasta, please, on behalf of the Black Empire family, what farewell advice will you give to COP Mensa as he is retiring and all those in the public sector? Well, go on retirement and repent. Wash your dirty mind. You will forever be a lesson to well-meaning Ghanaians to stay away from this terrible character. Jealousy, envy, they belong to Satan. If you still want to be with Satan in retirement, fare thee well. Hallelujah. Timothy Zuri says, hey, Black Rasta, we need you here in Wa. All right. I'm ready. I'm a messenger. Anywhere the people need me, that's where I go. Stanley Opari says, King, please, it's a birthday of my friend called Staff Sergeant Ajiman, a.k.a. Limb Soldier. We're sending him a good message, and we say, may your laughter be permanent, my brother, and may you be blessed. Yes, his name is Staff Sergeant Ajiman, a.k.a. Limb Soldier. Wherever you are, salute, blessed love. Timothy Zuri says, greedy. Okay, greed is killing Ghana day in and day out. I'm watching you live from Wa. And to all my Wa people, blessed love, I love you. Stanley Opari says, okay, the birthday, I think we took the birthday. And Benjamin Achu says, bless, my brother. And Blakk Kwesi says, please, sir, how do I become a vegan? I've tried several times, but to no avail. The cost alone, no. Why cost? Why cost? You can be a vegan. All you need would just be vegetables. You can eat wozafi with vegetable soup. You can eat fufu with vegetable soup. All you have to avoid is the meat and the fish and the eggs. It's very simple. when you pound your fufu nicely, or ya benkwana, na ya benkwano, ewa, na iron fine, na I want fine, mre, ewa, mre, plus some other things, now you add them up, and you are good to go. Bankun, you can eat your okra soup bankun for 3 days, without the fish and the crabs and all that. Let them live. They deserve to live. My brother, you would enjoy it. But remember to also exercise. Vegan without exercise is not complete. You got to exercise. And vegan, you must not smoke. Stay away from smoke. Let nobody convince you to smoke. It's not good. Benjamin Achu says, bless my brethren. And Stephen Zuri says, Blakk Rasta, your vim is too much. May Jah be with you 24/7. Blessed love, blessed love. I appreciate you. Kambadi Samsidin says, farmers into politics. What kind of mindset is this, Blakk Rasta? You're welcome. Bajona Kojolo says, hi, Blakk, watching you from Liberia. Keep on the good work. Yeah, Liberia. Oh, my God. I love Liberia. I can't believe that I've not been to Liberia yet. I can't believe this. Anyway, I'm making some good plans. We will come to Nigeria with some serious Kuchoko music. Rock down the whole place. I know the president one-on-one. I hope he remembers me. When they get power, they forget everybody. They have new friends. But I believe that he will recognize me. Okay. So Kambadi Samsidin says, if Africa be united, cocoa price would have been the same price across all African countries. But because of bad leadership and no vision in the case of, is the cause, yeah, that's what he says, the cause of all these bad things. Timothy Zero says, Blakk Rasta, did you hear from, who is that? Wasa Salmon. Please, watching you live from, well, I'm going to find out who you're trying to talk about. I'm not sure. I'm too familiar with that name, but we shall see. Don't worry, man. Yeah, so Liberia, watch out. We're coming soon. And hail Marcus. This is a brethren I love so much. He says his foundation is the holy mountains, for Jah loveth the gate of Zion more than all the dwellings of Jacob. Yes, blessed love, my brethren. Amanda Shevchenko says, Dada, is it true that Tete Kwashi died as a poor man? Tete Kwashi was a very selfless man. His father was a blacksmith. He himself did some blacksmithing before he joined hands with the missionaries to bring the cocoa. I would not be surprised if he was. He worked for the missionaries. We do not know too much about his wealth. All we know is that he lived and died. But he brought us cocoa before he died. As to what he acquired, we don't know too much about that. Marcus Ekwamwa says, good evening, Blakk Rasta and the family members. Blessed love. And Amenovi Amevuvo Noel says, good evening, Father. Timothy Zuri says, Blakk Rasta, our police service has failed completely. Well, we can still rescue it, and I believe that some good leadership in there can help. I believe that Dan Parry can still do something positive. We only need to support him. Hail Marcos says, big up going out to the man like Blakk Rasta. I mean, ever ready to listen. Teach, my king. Watching you from Denver, Colorado. Big up yourself. That's Bob Marley's city. You know, when Bob Marley first left, in fact, Jamaica, the first country he went to was America. And he went to Denver in Colorado on the invitation of his mother. Petrina Otu says, may Jah save Ghana from these wicked politicians. More blessings from Jah to you, Blakk Rasta. Amevuvo. Noel says, hey, please, Blakk Rasta, I will be happy if you become a president of Ghana. Unfortunately, I will never be, never ever. I am a kingmaker, and I'm happy with what God has, you know. Maybe you could be. Once that diadem comes on your head, the light comes on your head, we will see it and push you into the presidency. Yes, that's my role, to see who can save the nation at a particular time. Pray for more grace for me. Karim Sadat Aduku says, good evening, Black Rasta. Today is all about your outfits. It's very nice. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. This is Woodin. Yeah, Woodin, pure African print. Yeah. Tina Ray says, good evening, my brother. I hope you had a great weekend. You are always too much. Preach on. Thanks so much, Tina Ray. I appreciate you and I love you. And this is from Facebook. It says, this is Thierry Christian Protein. And he says, serve us hot. David Boachi says, Black Rasta, I salute you 1,000 times plus one. Just give it to them. Hot from the black pot. Idrisu Abdul Ghafaru says, fire. Singo. Bernard says, preach. Dobi Usman says, no one is bigger than the truth. They say that. What we know is not what they teach us, but we are not ignorant. I love that. Wise King says, more fire. New Force says, more force tuned in. Yeah, New Force tuned in. Blessed love, New Force. More fire from Osei Baron. Emmanuel. Richard Nate says, hey, come here. More fire, Black. God bless you for this patriotic move you have started. Blessed love. And Don Double says, selfishness is the supreme virus of Ghana until it's drastically eradicated. ... This is Nuhu Zare saying that. My God, that's true. Bring back that last screenshot. Bring back the last screenshot. Nuhu Sari Zanze. He says selfishness is the supreme virus of Ghana until it's drastically eradicated. Forget it. Selfishness. And today, I have a quote for you on selfishness. You saw it, right? We will repeat it before we end the class. Run it. Alhaji Sadiq says fire. Say ES says more fire, Black. Speak truth to power. Eric Kuma Sogabado. Like that. I say I'm watching you live from Doha in Qatar. Continue speaking truth to power. Black Rasta, you are my hero. You are my hero too. Eric Kuma Sogabado. Tompo. This is why the constitution must be changed. Shameless COP. Thank God we don't have IGP like this. Yes, I agree with you. 100%. All right. So, 3 stories down, 4 more to go. We're going to run like the horse. Next story. And keep your messages coming in. Watch this. It says, BOG buries Ghana deeper in crunch. You know what it means to say economic crunch? Economic difficulty. And yet, Bank of Ghana is burying us deeper. How? I don't get it. Do you get it? Run the story. Watch this. And this is from My Joy Online. It says, BOG pays property developer 36 million American dollars during Ghana's West Forex crunch. And this is from the Auditor General's report. Hey! Whilst we're crying, yeah, Maya, 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 Maya. They had money, 36 million American dollars, to pay to a property developer. And this is the Auditor General's report. Ghana is beginning to see that it's only our legacies that will save the nation and put us in the annals of history. Not how much money you steal. Steal the money and get cancer. Steal the money and get liver cirrhosis. Steal the money and die like a coward. It's better to look at the bigger picture and die a hero. The Americans believe in that. The Chinese believe in that. That's why they say death before dishonor. Not with us. We believe in dishonor before death. Run the story, my youth. The Auditor General in his 2022 report has revealed that the Bank of Ghana made payments worth 35.9 million American dollars to Gold Key Properties Limited for the construction of a new corporate office in Tamale. Joy News Checks reveal total progress payments to contractors for the period under review. That's it. Did I say more? Bank of Ghana building in Tamale, right? Is that what they said? Bring the story again. Let's be too sure. Bring back that story. Let's look at it. It says what? The Auditor General in its 2022 report has revealed that Bank of Ghana made payments worth 36 million American dollars to Gold Key Properties Limited for constructing a new corporate office in Tamale. Dash. So that's correct. They are building another Bank of Ghana building in Tamale, and they pay 36 million American dollars. My brother, it is a national building, so it's okay to build it. But is the timing right? Is that the priority? You pay this money and run to the IMF and the World Bank and warn us that if we are not careful, the economy is about to crash. Ken Ofori-Atta told us that. Fear and panic. We all were running out. A lot of us ran to England and America. And they are the same people who come and say, oh, brain drain. These idiots. What's wrong with us? Remember when Ofori-Atta was telling us, oh, the nation is about to collapse. The economy will collapse if we don't get the loan from the IMF. How can you build your destiny around a loan? Are you stupid? What's wrong with you? Your destiny is tied around a loan. What happened to your gold? What happened to your diamond? What happened to your oil? You are endangering the lives of our children, our own lives. You are not patriots, you are idiots. Dash it. Next worry. Kai. AKUFO-ADDO to be sued for corruption. AKUFO-ADDO to be sued for corruption. Who is going to do that? Oh, I know this guy. Oh, but I thought AKUFO-ADDO as the president had some immunity. Are you going to remove the immunity before he gets out of power? What really are you going to do? But this man too is a lawyer. I think it's called Pebu or something. Run the story. Pebu hints at suing AKUFO-ADDO for corruption after 2024, despite immunity. Run the story. Lawyer Martin Pebu says he will sue President Nana Addo Dankwa AKUFO-ADDO for corruption. He insists not even an immunity for a former president will stop him. The immunity is for the things that he has done and not for acts like corruption. My God. Things that he has done, not for acts like corruption. Wow. The lawyers are coming home. I don't want to read again. Maybe. He is saying that he's going to sue Nana Addo Dankwa AKUFO-ADDO for corruption after 2024. And he will sue him when he's no more the president. That way, he cannot bring the United FC into play. Real Tamale United and Fankoba United will come and play a neutral game. And that way, they will deal with him. How about the immunity? He said the immunity is for things he has done, but not for corruption. It will be a stupid immunity that tells you that, oh, the president can be as corrupt as anything. He can kill as many people as he wants. And he still has immunity. That's a stupid law. So let us get to know exactly what the immunity implies. What are the things that are immune per the president's immunity? And let's know those things that are not. At least I'm happy to know that corruption is not one of those. Pebu, please, if you need money for this suit, I will not be one of those. I don't have it. But if you need support, people who run on the street and say, hey, 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 you can count on me. I'm vegan. I'm so full of energy. Dash it. Next story. Remember, this is the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. Bias attachment must give way. Jesus. We are going to the University of Ghana, Legon. There's a man there called Professor Jampo. Now, Professor Jampo has been there for some time now and he's been lashing at the government. There was a BBC expose that saw him as a man who was trying to, do what is known as grades for sex, or is it sex for grades? It's commutative, right? But he was vindicated at it all. Yes, he was vindicated after everything. And now he's dropping more fire. Run the story. Who is attaching? Attaching. My brother, what is this photograph doing here? Nobody asked for that photograph. This is a different story I bring you to me. We are looking at bias attachment must give way. Bias attachment must give way. Okay. If you don't have that story, hold on. Listen. Now, Professor Jampo, find me a photograph of Professor Jampo. Professor Jampo is talking about the fact that Attachia, who is supposed to be the chairman of the committee that is investigating the leaked tape, aka Nabu Gates, is biased. How biased is he? He seems to be a defense lawyer for the NPP boys. COP George Alex Mensa and the rest. And for that matter, he thinks that he should give way. Many people have said it. I've watched Attachment several. You see, sometimes these guys are not able to hide their colors. Sometimes these guys are not able to hide their political colors. That is why the nation is suffering. Jampo thinks that this guy must give way. In law, they say he must rescue himself. He must rescue himself. My brother, my sister, what do you think? Have you been following the proceedings? Dash it away. Next story. Next story. Quick, quick. Next story we are looking at. HUDSON-ODOI. Ghost in Dilemma. Who is HUDSON-ODOI? He's a footballer, isn't he? He was born in November 2000. So he's 22 years old. HUDSON-ODOI. I like him. Look, his father was Bismarck-ODOI, a former House of Oak player. He found his way into England after retirement. He married there and had a child. And this is the child. So Ghanaian parents, and then they gave birth to this beautiful son. He's 100% Ghanaian. But he was born in England. So he got British citizenship. Now Ghanaians want him to come back home and play like his father. And his father says, well, it's your choice, brethren. I brought you into this world, but I cannot think for you. I can help you think, but the ultimate decision is yours. Why? Is he coming to play in Ghana? But during the FIFA Under-17 games, he played for England. Some time ago, the laws of FIFA will not allow you to play for the senior side of any country, apart from the country in whose junior side you played. But now I think the laws have changed. I don't know too much of football. But the guy is singing a song. Should I go to Cape Coast or Elmina? I don't know and I don't care. You all remember that song? He's in a dilemma of a ghost. Run the story. I'm still thinking about switching nationality from England to Ghana. And this is Kalum, HUDSON-ODOI. Run the story. Nottingham Forest forward Callum Hudson-ODOI says he's still contemplating as to whether to switch nationality from England to Ghana or not. The former Chelsea man described playing for the Black Stars as a good option, but has not closed the door to England. That decision hasn't been made yet. I am still thinking it over. Ghana is a very good option, but let's wait and see, the 22-year-old London-born told the Telegraph. Hopefully, once I start playing games here, maybe Garrett, the Southgate, or Chelsea will come. It's a nice position to be in, and hopefully sooner or later, we will know. Odoi, who was born in England to Ghanaian parents, has represented his country at birth at all levels, including 3 senior caps, but is still eligible to play for the Black Stars per FIFA rules. His visit to Ghana in 2021 sparked rumors of an imminent switch to play for the Black Stars, but it didn't happen up to this point. Callum Hudson-ODOI has now left Chelsea and signed for Nottingham. Dash it. I love the brother, but brother, if you are switching just because you want to play football, I don't encourage you. Stay in England and be that British guy. But if you are switching because your heart beats for Ghana, because you believe that this is where your ancestors are and you need to represent and make this country a better country, then you are welcome. Because when you come, you might be disappointed if you don't score goals. People would forget that you've lived all your life there. They would like you to run like somebody who eats kenke and fish. They like you to run like somebody who eats tozafi in the zongo. If you are not able to do that, they might just say harsh things to you, and you would have regretted switching. But if you switch because your heart is beating for the nation, you don't care whoever says what to you. I don't know if you understand. Freezy McBones, he flew the British flag. We criticized him and said, oh, you are Ghanaian. You even speak Tree more than an AKUFO-ADDO. How are you flying the British flag? When he was here suffering, we didn't see him. In a strange land, he was blessed. But he looked and listened to the advice I gave him on this same channel. A lot of people watch this, and he decided to return home. When he returned, when he lost a fight for the Olympic, listen to what Ghanaians were saying. So I told him again, if you switched because of, then you made a mistake. But if you switched because your heart is here, then you are right. Keep on keeping on. It's like you give a gift to somebody. If you gave it to him from your heart, even if they don't say thank you, that's all. You know why you gave it. But if you give a gift so people can repay you, you might be disappointed. There are so many ungrateful people. And to Ghana, please don't be silly. When these our brethren come home, let's accept them, the shoestring. Let's give them time to be able to. Be smart and fast. Be smart and be fast. Accept them, accept the people, embrace them. Look at the story of the prodigal son. The prodigal son. Look at how his father accepted him. But with us, I don't know what's wrong with us. And I HUDSON-ODOI kura de oya no nimball bokra shene bi na no say too much talk. Please, a word to the wise is in Ghana. Last story, and we are done. Right? Do we have messages coming in? Yakubu Usman says, what you retired and left behind will be written down for the next generation. Shame on COP Mensa. I agree with you, sir. Dobi Gubli. He says, no pain like retire without honor. Good name is better than riches. If you do good, you do for all generation. And if you do bad, you do for yourself. Ekene Okoli says, Blakk, may God never allow me or any of my loved ones to stay in South Africa. Well, things will get better. Instead of having this prayer, Ekene, I understand how painful it is. Let us pray and let us talk to our brethren. A brother is a brother. They will change their mind. They will change their mind. We were all not like this. We changed with time. So, Boko. Ras Osaje Fuduwabel. Tendando. Gomadoro. Yinzorbil. He says the best patriotic and Pan-African program is on the run. Join us. I know this lady. Yeah. Oh, yes. From Georgia. New week. Power starter. A lot. Thank you so much, Sairam. And Facebook says Mohammed Suhadu. Yes, says Kuchoko Music. Mohammed Suhadu says Blakk Kaula. Well, Allah Fabiane. Agbamala Allah Fabio. Zero Man Groove Man says, what's the purpose of the United Nations? Fairly is not for the poor, it's not for poor, poverty, jobless, prosperous factories, blah, 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 blah. The presidents of oil, gold, diamond, rich countries mistreat our people, and well, I think I make some sense out of what you're saying. Yeah, we need to come together and we'll be able to run over the whole world. Tom Post says, come here. I love this. Much love, legend. And this is Enoch Kluche. Wilson Gibe Chia Jr. says, good day, Blakk. Watching from Monrovia, Liberia. Love your good work. Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Gibe Chia. I love you so much, Wilson. I love the people of Liberia. Haj Gago says, I'm watching you live in Qatar. Respect. Sean Street Storm. More blessing, big man. Blessed love, my youth. Muhammad Suwadu says, Mr. Blakk Rasta. I'm more fire. Blessed love. Well, this is where we bring it all to an end. I want to say thank you so much. We apologize one more time. We're not able to come at the right time. I think we're about 5 minutes late. Power failure. We had to, some jingoisms to make things happen. It's all good. We love our nation. We would all stand firm. Join me. This is the only nation we have. We can go to England, America, Germany, anywhere. But at the end of the day, when we are getting ready to die, we are crying that they should bring us home here and bury. It means your heart beats for this place. Why don't you make it the Germany that you want to run to? Why don't you make Ghana the England that you want to run to? The Doha that you want to run to? If we don't do it now, who is going to do it for us? It's possible. It's doable. Ghana shall prosper. My name is Blakk Rasta. It's been the Blakk Pod. Remember to share the broadcast and remember to send a message for me on Facebook and the whole of Ghana that this program is on every day at 5 p.m. on YouTube and also on Facebook. To God be the glory. Hey! Wayo!